inaccessible parts of the world, and if well designed, can be an increasingly viable form of sustainable transportation. The American Society of Mechanical Engineers, ASME's International Human Powered Vehicle Challenge, HPVC, provides an opportunity for students to demonstrate the application of sound engineering design in the development of sustainable and practical transportation alternatives. In the HPVC, students work in teams to design and help build efficient, highly engineered vehicles for everyday use, from commuting to work to carrying goods to market. ASME Cairo University Students Section, SSCU, were able to participate with their project in an international competition held in California, USA, and it seems they did really amazing over there, and from them we will know all about that story. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're glad to be joined today by Samar Fathi, engineering student, and Peter Latif, engineering student also. Thank you for joining us. And I would like to start with you, Peter, and to tell me more about your education.
Okay, my name is Peter, and I'm a student at the Cairo University, Mechanical of Engineering. I study mechanical engineering. I'm now in my third year, and I guess I'm here to talk about my project.
Right. Right. What about you, Samar?
Oh, okay. My name is Samar Fathi. I'm second year student in Cairo Engineering as well, but I'm doing aerospace engineering.
Right. We would like now to know about the human-powered vehicle HPV, which you've been working on, and you've entered the international competition in California on this project.
Oh, yes.
Right. You can start, Peter.
Okay. So this competition is mainly about manufacturing and designing a human-powered vehicle.
Right.
To mainly design and manufacture a sustainable solution for a lot of problems like the energy crisis, the environment crisis, the rising cost of the fuel and oil all over the world.
Right.
So the American Society of Mechanical Engineering decided that let's make it a competition for students to enter from all over the world. This competition is held at California. It is the West competition, and in Florida it is the East competition, and in Mexico and in India. So this competition is, you can say it's global or international, because a lot of teams enter it.
Right.
We entered last year, and we entered this year. This is a photo of us. We manufacture our vehicle here. We design it and manufacture it to make it very reliable and to make it suitable for competing in the competition in accordance with the rules that the American Society of Mechanical Engineering issued for the competition. So every vehicle must be very good and must be very reliable and must pass all the inspection, all the safety and all the inspections that are issued by the competition and the competition organizers. So we just design it. We design it from scratch using a lot of parts. I'm just not going to enter the technical part now, but we designed it it was from September, I guess, and we shipped it and traveled to California and competed, and it was very great.
Right. Samar, why did you originally choose such a project and such a challenge?
Well, yes, as Peter said, there's a lot of issues that we need to solve during this competition. So mainly it's a traffic issue. But for the human-powered vehicle, most of us thought it would be suitable for our market in Egypt. For example, it's flexible and small and tiny. It can move from place to another. So we considered to make it, as Peter said, reliable and achieving all the rules that were stated in the competition. However, we were also considered to make it a reliable product to enter the market, and actually we started doing such things like going through long rides on the Sokhna Road. We went through the street to get a feedback from people, and everyone was so enthusiastic about it. And also we tried to sell it to some people to see their feedback, and people were really like going for it, and they were like, okay, I need to buy it now. So that's why we entered the competition, to compete and to make sure that it is reliable to enter the market, and at the same time to have a new product in Egypt.
Right, Peter, which came first, choosing the challenge and finding suitable team members, or forming the team, then picking up the challenge?
I guess the challenge was there first because this is not our first year. This is our second year. So we know the challenge and we participated last year. But this year we participated with a new team because we have some problems last year. It was our first team, but we all learned. We gained a lot of experience. So at first we began, the challenge was there, and we just contacted our university, our college. They said, okay, we will support you. You will have our support. I'm talking a lot of support from our college.
Right.
And then we decided to choose our members, our team members, the members that have enough experience to help you and to help design and manufacturing the whole project, because they don't just design it and be enough with the engineering aspect. We do a lot of things. We do fundraising, we do marketing, and that is besides the engineering aspect. So it was very important to choose suitable members of the team that have enough and good experience.
Right. Summer, we're pretty sure that there were so many details to handle before deciding to go for the competition. Yes. Tell us first about the technical issues.
Well, yes, this year it was different because we had some experience from the last year. So we decided first to see how many people we need in our team. Right. To get the things done first.
Right.
So in our selection, or maybe when we were selecting each other, through our advisor and our team leader, we were like, okay, this one should be working on that part. You have a lot of parts and a lot of details for the vehicle. So you need to have someone responsible for each single part, separated from the other. So for example, Peter was mainly responsible for the power transmission and the brakes. So no one can touch this area. It's all his work. So he all aware about these parts and he know what to do and what not to do. So he designed it from the scratch till the manufacturing part till we were able to ship the vehicle. That's the same thing for the rest of the team. Everyone was responsible for a single part that he has to design, manufacture and test, and then go with the whole vehicle to the competition to participate in the race, which was our main target to achieve. A good design and get our score for engineering wise, and to participate in the race to test our vehicle that it can move like very fast and reliable and endurable for the regular customer.
Right. Peter, mechanically, how does HPV work?
So mechanically, how does we can provide the required power to move the whole vehicle? As we saw in the pictures, it is a three-wheeler. So what is different about it, and how we can just move it, and it's not very heavy on the legs, so you can pedal it easily. So it is mainly about the power transmission, that can gives you a whole range of ratios or gearing ratios that is suitable for every situation or every driving situation. You can say, and when I drive along and I'm coming uphill, so I need more torque to move me. If I am going on a horizontal or a leveled road, I just need speed. I just need more speed to move faster. So I don't need torque at this time. I just need RPM. So I just need to have a wide range of gearing ratios that is suitable to make me move in all street conditions.
Right.
So what is different also is the seating position. So as we said, that the driver is not seated as the upright bicycle. It is just lay back in a position that can give him maximum. This is a best ergonomic model to set, and that can give maximum output power from the driver, because the power source in our vehicle is mainly the driver, no other power source. So this position or this seating position can give him more torque and it is very safe and it is very comfortable, because the seat is supporting the whole body of the driver, not just a small area as a saddle of the upright bicycle. So in the upright bicycle, the whole weight of the driver is just supported in a small area, so it's not very comfortable. But in our vehicle, the seat just supports the whole back of the driver, so he can give more power and can be more comfortable. So with these things, and you can just add the suspension, the three wheels, the aerodynamics effect, because we are not very tall, we just lay down. So it can reach good speed and this is different mechanically, I guess.
Right. Before going to talking more about the financial aspects of supporting this project, we will be going to this short break and we'll be right back.
قررت أن يكون العام 2016 عاما للشباب المصري. أصدرت حزمة من القرارات والتوجيهات: إطلاق البرنامج الرئاسي لتأهيل الشباب للقيادة، إطلاق مشروع بنك المعرفة المصري، دعم وتنمية المشروعات الصغيرة والمتوسطة، تخفيف أعباء خدمة القروض عن كاهل الشباب المصري، انتهاء من تنفيذ بناء 145 ألف وحدة سكنية بالإسكان الاجتماعي للشباب خلال عام 2016، تحديث المناهج التعليمية لجميع المراحل الدراسية، توسع في النشاط الرياضي والارتفاع بمستوى اللياقة البدنية للشباب المصري، إحياء دور قصور الثقافة وإقامة المسابقات الفنية، إطلاق منتدى للحوار مع الشباب، مؤتمر وطني للشباب يعقد بمدينة شرم الشيخ خلال شهر سبتمبر القادم. لا تتخلوا عن تجربتكم، تمسكوا بوطنكم، تمسكوا بالأخلاق وصحيح الدين، تسلحوا بالعلم وواكبوا العصر، وبقوة شبابها ستحيا مصر. تحيا مصر، تحيا مصر.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching today's Youth Live on Nile TV International, and still with my guests Peter and Summer. And Summer, I would like you to tell me about the financial aspect of the project. Always financial issues are a problem. How did you support this project, which needs a lot of finance, spare parts, equipment? Was that a problem, and how were you able to handle it?
Well, yes, as you said, the finance is always the reference issue, because all your work and all your design, however, how much you are innovating, can stop because you don't have enough money to go and compete and complete your project. So we face the same issue. Actually, everyone faces it, that we don't have enough money to complete the manufacturing, and actually we don't have money even to think about going to compete in California, and the travel cost and everything. So lucky us.
So the travel cost is covered by you? Or by
it's covered by our university. So yeah, that's what I have to say, is that because we're super lucky, we have our dean, which is Professor Sharif Murad, who is Professor Sharif Murad. He's always supportive. So whenever we are having financial issues, he always solves it through talking to president of our university, Dr. Gabin Nassar, or speaking to someone else to find enough support to go and compete. So mainly the travel cost is always covered by our university, but we always seek to find someone to support the project from the businessmen, from other companies, from someone who is interested in supporting engineering students. So you always look for a fundraising, but you don't always get the fundraising.
Right.
So we had some issues with the fundraising. However, we got some support from other people down, like Abu Ghouh. They supported our vehicle with some parts in our vehicle. And also we had some support from GBI, which is a group of people who is doing right.
Yeah. Would you tell us more about the project itself, the amount of time spent, the equipment used, and so on?
The project started from September. We started the design phase. It is just on the software. We don't manufacture anything. And after that, we started manufacturing. And the manufacturing is mainly parts you manufacture and parts that is standard you buy. The whole assembly is done, I guess, about January. And then from January, we started the testing, because the testing is very important, and we don't do anything to fail, because there are a lot of things that can fail, and it can fail on the track in the competition. So we wanted to make sure that none of this is going to happen. We just, from the beginning, we put the time plan to test in a longer distance, a longer period of time, and test the vehicle, that we can ensure that it can go for maximum distances, to ensure that there is no failures is going to happen. And that is what happened in the competition. We thank God for this, but we had no failures, and the performance was very well, and it was and the judges admired it very well.
Right. Some are working on a project that involves a lot of stress, and you have to work in a limited time. You have a limited time because you have a deadline to finish the project. Tell me more about this experience and how challenging was it?
Yeah, it was super challenging, but because most of us were doing other projects, so we had some experience to deal with it. So our teamwork was actually significant because we were all sort of friends. So whenever we have stress, we understand that, okay, during this period we are having a lot of stress. So before entering this period, we all need to contain each other, and we know that we have like less time to do a lot of work. So actually, this is part from our study as engineering. Is always stressful for you.
You're always under stress because you have projects to submit and deadlines. And
yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's part from growing in your field to know that you're always under pressure, but you need to get the things done perfectly. So we handled it very well, actually, because this was a great team to have.
Right, so it was a great experience.
Yes, a lot.
Right, how about the competition itself? I would like you to tell me about the experience you had when you went to California. How was the competition? How did it work out for you? Details.
Okay, so mainly what we learned from the competition is that you see another engineering students like you going through the same problem or the same challenge is to design and manufacture a human-powered vehicle. So you just can see many ideas and many thoughts, many minds that put in the same positions that you are in, and how they are reacted to this problem. How they just we had last year we had a problem with the front wheel assembly. So how I fixed it and how many teams fixed them.
How many countries participated in this competition?
It was mainly from US. There was 30. The total number of teams was 32. So I guess they were mainly from
different
US,
states inside the
different
US.
states inside the US, and plus we had a team from Mexico and a team from India
and Egypt.
And Egypt.
Right.
It's just mainly because the competition takes place in different places. So the competition itself goes to Mexico and the competition itself goes to India. So all teams in India can compete there, but because it doesn't come to Africa or Egypt, we just go there. The experience is just very different because you see a lot of things, a lot of ideas, a lot of parts that manufacture it differently, a lot of ways to solve problems. So that's what you learn. And I guess that's what we had, because last year we had problems. We had a lot of problems, but we couldn't achieve a good rank. But this year we had a good rank. Why? Because we had a good experience, and what you gain more is that you get a lot of friends. So you have a lot of friends around the world. So you had a problem here in Egypt, you can just text them, okay, what's this? How can I do about this? You can just have a lot of opinions from all around the world, and I guess that's very good and that's very exciting.
Right. Would you tell me about the projects submitted by other countries? Which one grabbed your attention more?
Well, actually, as Peter said, there are some parts that attract you. So in this team, you can find they are doing a great suspension system. In that team, you can find the aerodynamic shape is perfectly done. So it's not about the whole vehicle. For us, most of the team were like they amazed about the way that we manufactured our vehicles so simple. We made it so simple and achieving good ranks with a so simple vehicle. It was pink and blue and it was beautiful for them. For us, there are some teams in the States, because most of the teams were from the States, but the team that won the first place was from Utah.
University of California.
Oh, sorry, University of California. They had a perfect aerodynamic shape and they went very well with the race. They did very well with the speed, so this was the main attracting point in their vehicle. For the Utah team, there were an innovation part in your project. You need to submit an innovation. So the team of Utah had a great innovation idea. So that's how it goes. You find different parts in different teams that open your mind to new solutions that you can find.
Right. I would just like to remind our viewers that we have a Facebook page, Today's Youth Facebook page. If you would like to send us your questions or suggestions, or you have a story that you would like to share with us, you can send that on Today's Youth Facebook page. And now, as we are wrapping up this edition, Samar Fathi and Peter Latif, many thanks for joining us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And dear ladies and gentlemen, with this we wrap up this edition of Today's Youth. Many thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coming up here on Nile TV International.